The star of Bravo's hit show Odd Mom Out, she's already cracking me up. She's known for her hilarious take on Manhattan's wealthy mom society. And now she's bringing that sense of humor to SiriusXM with the Jill Kargman Show. Good title, Jill. Good morning.
So original. Good morning.
So, okay, first of all, you're one of the funniest people, but does radio liberate you even more?
Yes, I love radio. I've always loved radio, and I was such an early subscriber because I followed Howard Stern, the master.
Yes.
As soon as he exited terrestrial radio for SiriusXM, I signed up.
And now you're on Andy Cohen's network.
Yes, Andy called me this summer and asked me to do it, and I was so flattered and honored. And I feel like I get to be the sort of balsamic reduction of myself.
Yeah.
Because TV, I'm not allowed to say bad words, and so it's a little bit more diluted, and this really feels like my true essence.
And do you take live calls? Like, what are some of your topics you guys
We
get
have
to?
live callers. I do sort of rants about my week, and we have all kinds of viewers. And the cool thing is that they're from all over. They're, rectangular red states, and then metropoli, and it just all kinds of people from all walks of life. And I love interacting with them.
And you have such a following now because you have the Bravo show Odd Mom Out, which I think is just getting into its third season,
Yes.
which is amazing. First of all, the first time you were here, you had your co-star who was pregnant in the show. She was
Abby
like
Elliott.
eight months pregnant, but skinny as a rail.
Yep. We wanted to make a comment about that, and the network begged us to do a little prosthetic bump, and I said, no, this is a choice. And there are women who look, I peed on the stick and was obese, but there are women who, no, you look amazing.
Please.
No, you're a stick who swallowed a basketball.
No, I'm a stick who swallowed a basketball on all sides.
No, you're amazing. But there are women you see who are like, I'm due next week. And they look like their baby's going to be the size of a Diet Coke can.
I know those women very well. Now, tell me how you kind of expand it, because, your show and your experience is kind of this Upper East Side wealthy Manhattan woman, which is, around the country, people might not be as familiar with that stereotype. But it kind of applies to every community in a way.
It does, and I feel like, the Little House on the Prairie, Nellie Olson character, that was in a small town, and I think it's the same paradigm. The metric might shift of what's important. Maybe in certain communities it's cheerleading or ice hockey or competitive, being competitive about schools, but I think there's still always a social hierarchy. There's always climbers. There's always some snobby person. And there's always that feeling that you're not really keeping up. And that's what our show is about, not parenting.
So you've got the radio show. You've got the TV show. You are the queen of all media because you have a new book out, which I love the title, Sprinkle Glitter on My Grave. Yes. And there's a very cute story behind that title.
Well, it sounds morbid, but it's actually kind of motivational. But my daughter, Ivy, came with me to cemetery to see my aunt in Queens. And there were these wilting flowers, and she said, why do people put flowers on graves? It's so sad because they die. And when you die, I'm going to sprinkle glitter on your grave because you're fabulous and it's very hard to clean up.
It's very practical. I love it. And what's the book about?
It's essays about my childhood in New York City and now raising my kids here, and kind of how my family is sort of like the Addams family, and our morbid side actually helps us live life to the fullest.
So you have 2 girls and a boy?
Yes.
Okay, and I have a girl. I'm about to have a boy. Oh. They said that you had some advice for me, or maybe just a warning.
Fasten your seatbelt?
Yes.
Well, I was going to say push like hell, but I know you're a C-section person. But I think boys, the clinical term is ants in their pants.
Yes.
They're just all over the place. So.
That's what I was afraid of. I'm like thinking I need a couch potato boy, kind of low energy.
I wanted that, and I gave him, Barbie doll to play with, and he just spread the legs and made it into a gun and started shooting her.
Okay, I've been warned. It's exciting, though. Jill, thank you so much. And we should mention the Jill Kargman Show launches this Friday on SiriusXM Channel 102. We're back in a moment.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.